Hello, hi, good afternoon. Glad to have you back with us once again. I'm Wendy, and on behalf of Circle 96 and Corporate Feng Shui Guru, a very warm welcome to Straight Talk, Feng Shui review on key residences. Before I go on, I must clarify loudly once again that we are not paid by any developers and or property agents, nor do we represent any of them. This is our very own Straight Talk review with no reservation. So why are we doing this show for those who is joining us for the first time? Well, I'm sure you know, buying any properties in Singapore is a very expensive item. So more than thoughts and energy goes into such a plan. And it's best to maximize all potential of the property and to minimize any negative impact. Before I bring up the team of masters, I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsors, Reno Talk and Sky Creation, for their friendship and immense support. Firstly, Reno Talk, the number one renovation platform in Southeast Asia. It's a platform for people to come together to talk and engage on renovation matter, sourcing reliable renovation materials, interior designers and contractors, recommended by property owners for all property owners. Our other sponsor, Sky Creation, is an award-winning renovation firm who has received many awards in the industry over the years. It is a professionally accredited renovation firm that has attained many industry certificates for quality and industry best. Now, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you my masters. Once again, I have with me Master KK Xiao, our senior modern feng shui consultant, who at one time doesn't believe in feng shui, sharing all the same sentiments as those non-believer, at least not until he was enlightened by his wife, Master Sharon Fong. A third generation award-winning practitioner was then Master KK, educated, convinced, trained, and became a practitioner himself. So to ease all the pain in understanding this somewhat complicated and definitely confusing subject, both Master Sharon and Master KK have formed a professional modern feng shui team to help people to address such challenging issues. Let's welcome Master KK.
Good afternoon, everyone. Greetings from Bangkok. We're going to bring to you many interesting facts about key residences. The panel of masters will share more. I shall hand over the time to Wendy to introduce the next master. See you guys later.
Thank you. So happy to have Master KK on board despite the faraway distance. So joining him today is Master Sima Sim, a feng shui practitioner with a very strong foundation in philosophy and application of I Ching metaphysics. He has been invited to speak to various groups of property investors and owners on how to harness the energy of feng shui. He is also professionally trained in areas of computer science and information technology. Being passionate in both feng shui and IT, Master Simas wants to empower more people with the essence of true teachings of I Ching through AI. Let's welcome Master Simas.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're talking about the key residents. I think you all need to, for those people who are interested in this place, you need to really pay attention to this because there are a lot of hidden things that in the environment area we need to pay attention to. And you'll be surprised why are we giving it a score that we are giving. Okay. Talk to you more later.
Thank you. That's Master Simas. Looking forward to his enlightenment later. With him, I also have Master Eric Leong, who besides Feng Shui specializes in divination. Often known as our walking crystal ball, he is a man of very, very few words. But when he decides to speak, his very sharp and accurate insights and observation will leave many of us speechless. Master Leong, good afternoon.
Good afternoon on a wet day. Welcome, and I shall speak to you later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that's Master Eric Leong. I have also with us today Master Sherlyn, who has started her journey from a very young age 14. She finds joy in improving the harmony of each house that she sees and helping each family to reach their full potential using Feng Shui and numerology. She is also professionally trained as an actuary, definitely not what you would have expected of a Feng Shui master. She embodies what we define today as modern Feng Shui. Let's welcome Master Sherlyn.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone. So again, stay tuned to hear what is it we have to say about key residences. I think this would be a very interesting discussion we are going to have. We're really not going to hold back on anything. So stay tuned to find out more.
Okay, thank you very much. Looks like we're going to have a very interesting afternoon, although it's very wet. Last but not least is Master Guo, who also has a very strong interest in Chinese metaphysics since a young child. Although at that point he believes in Feng Shui, he was very skeptical about the Feng Shui masters, and especially after having to spend a lot of money on auspicious items recommended and sold by them, but to no effects nor any improvement as claimed. So over the period, he learned and adopted that real Feng Shui need not spend tons of money on such items. And the best part of it all is that Feng Shui approach can and should be modern. Let's welcome Master Guo.
Hi everyone, 大家下午好. Very happy to be here to share about these key residents, the good and the bad. So let's stay tuned.
Thank you. Well, viewers, one more thing to highlight, as the development is not fully constructed, all the analysis by the masters are based very strictly on environmental analysis only. So without further delay, I'm going to hand this wet afternoon to my masters. Enjoy!
Thank you, Wendy. Good afternoon, everybody. I understand it's raining in Singapore, but it's sunshine in Bangkok. So I'm in Bangkok now. So we're going to share with you, everybody, about key residences. But prior to sharing with everybody the key residences, we want to talk a bit about our company. What is our company? Okay, our company basically is modern feng shui, and the simple word behind it is actually not to turn your house into a Chinese temple or a zoo. All right, basically we use everything you have at home, for example, your appliances, your furnitures, to enhance your house feng shui. A great shout out to friends who supported us or supporting us now, Alvin, Jason, for thanks for tuning in, and all the peoples in front of Reno Talk Facebook, and Sky Creations Facebook, and our YouTube viewers, and our Facebook viewers from Circle 96. If you can hear us and can help us to share and like to more people, okay? And you can hear us, press 96, okay? Thank you. We have many books ready for you all. The moment you stay tuned, by the end of the presentation, we'll definitely pass you this link to get all this book. All right, especially friends who just get their house, you want to get a hold of the latest book, the 27 Interior Designer Myth. All right, this is a book written by all the masters for people renovating their house. All right, and if you are in the market searching for a book, searching for a property to buy, you really must get hold of the 7 pieces of vital information your property agents can't share with you. This is very important. If you get hold of this book, it will help you in your house selection. Okay, and Wendy will give you the link at the end of the show. Thank you, Jason, for supporting and Type 96. Thank you so much. All right. Now, key residences. Maybe we would like to invite everybody to share with us, all the masters, what do you think of key residences? All right, come. Without who is first or second, come. Let's just share and shout out. Masters, please, free play. Go ahead.
Wow. How to start? Okay, let's start from the highway, which is at the northwest of the right top left corner of the map. Yep. So we can see that there's this highway over there. Then from there you can see that this is a poison arrow. We have been pointing, a lot of this poison arrow to a lot of our in our a lot of our review. Okay, this is really not a good sign where when you have this very very big poison arrow, okay, at that particular year. In this case 2019, and then of course it's over, then plus 12, okay, 2031, you will encounter something that, for example, betrayal and kind of things. Yeah. What do you say, Masters?
Totally agree with you, Master.
Yeah, I think it would, if you look at the north side and the highway is curving in, that is considered one of the poison arrow. And
Wow. Thunderstorm.
Confirm.
thunder.
Confirm.
Yeah, okay.
Confirm.
Confirm. Yeah,
Why confirm?
even the nature agrees with it. And basically, north side, what does it represent? It represents the boy. You have a second boy. First boy, second boy. So this is belongs to the second boy. So this will affect him greatly, and most likely the way how he thinks and right. I think I don't scare you too much, but yeah, it is that serious.
Yeah, a bit rebellious also.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Master
So
Ko,
I think
is it?
no. Let's talk about why are we sharing so much here to the viewers or the listeners. We are not paid by the developers, hence we want to tell you things that developers will not want any of the Feng Shui masters to tell you. Okay, what we share with you, what we see, and will basically give you the facts and figures, and we have remedies for you. All right, not to worry about that, the remedy, but we need to tell you. You need to know what's going on. What we are doing here is basically give you an X-ray view of what your property has to offer. Okay, good. Masters, please come share with us more information.
They say something good, leh.
Master Charlene, you share something good.
Okay. I'll balance it out and share something good. So if you look at the southeast sector, you see it's that Maju forest over there. It's very green, and that represents the element wood, right? If you have watched a lot of our other videos, we would also share with you that the southeast element, which represents the first daughter, is also the wood element. So this is actually quite favorable because you have a whole forest there. You have the wood supporting the wood. This is what I can give you as an initial analysis, but also keep in mind, and just a little hint, look a little bit further. I think this will be something that we will cover in the fan club. What is it that you will see if you look a bit further? But I think based on what I see in this property over here, it is slightly supportive that close to the unit itself, the southeast is supported by Maju Forest. What are the other hidden things that are slightly further away? Stay tuned to our fan club and you'll find out.
Thank you.
Oh.
Since,
Not too
Master
bad
Charlene-
lah. Not too bad lah.
It
Yeah,
means that,
Yeah. The northeast also you got schools. Is it schools out there?
Yeah, it's a campus.
Yes, it's
There's
the
a
poly.
campus. Poly schools. Yeah, that one is a big patch. So northeast also not too bad lah.
This is a
don't
very
say-
famous school, leh.
Yeah,
Ngee
don't
Ann
say all is
Polytechnic.
bad. Yeah.
Wow, that's very
So,
very nice. Yeah.
Since Master Charlene shared about a fan club, so what we're going to share here is some information about the key residences, and if you're really interested into knowing more about key residences, do join our fan club. With a simple fee of $8 per month, you get more information, real deep insight into this property. After all, you're spending millions of dollars into this property. May as well just pay $8 per month to know the in-depth, and then we can address it. Okay, that's what Master Charlene said. Master Ko, I'm sure he has something so eager to share with us. Please go ahead, Master Ko.
Okay. I'm looking at the southwest sector. The southwest represents the mother and of course our digestive system. Okay, if you look at the factory over there, okay, you can see that all those factory right are actually made out of wood element, which is countering the earth element, which is the southwest sector, which is something that I find it not very good. Okay, but of course, after that, after what the viewers heard, right? Don't worry. If I can tell you the problem, of course, I got a solution to it. Okay, then of course, if you want to find out more info, join us in the fan club.
Good. Actually, there's a little concern for me over here. Master Eric did mention that the Northeast has a lot of schools. Schools is fire element. Now, Northeast is also earth element. And when a school is fire element, it basically helps to enhance the earth element. So what does Northeast represent? Northeast represents a few things. First and foremost, it represents the year 2021 and 2022. Now, 2021 has already been over, but it has been a struggling year for people who purchase key residences. Yes, regardless whether you have stayed in a house or not, we can read your patterns by looking at a street directory. Okay, and this street directory is brought to you by the good people of streetdirectory.com. We strongly suggest that you use streetdirectory.com if you want to purchase a property. Look into it carefully, study that surrounding because it gives you many information. And streetdirectory.com provides very colorful, precise, accurate map reading. Okay, I think people who stay in stay in key residences, you need to also pay attention a bit to the skin. Your children may have a little eczema, may also have a bit of nose sinus problem. But apart from the Northeast sector, which is going to be very good this year, but towards only the end of the year, last second quarter and above, prior to that, it's not so good for people who stay in key residences or you already purchased key residences. A little highlight I want to talk about is the West sector. Now, West sector, I'm not so sure who wants to know about the West sector. We have few people here. If you all want to know a bit more about West sector, just key in the word West, W-E-S-T, and I'll reveal something which I studied very closely before the show in Bangkok, of course, and then we can give you more information. But only if we have people who key in the word W-E-S-T, then I will share. Okay. So this one is also talk about West is talk about communication. Okay, West is talk about communication, and West is talk about happiness. So thank you, Jared, for sharing this, and also to Vitai, our long-time supporter. Thank you, Jason, also a long-time supporter, and Jared, our long-time supporter. So we want to share about West. West basically is about communication. West is also about happiness. West is also about the body parts of the throat, the lungs, and the dental issues. If you notice, the West side has an army camp, right? The 2PDF headquarters army camp. And if you know the logo for the 2PDF army camp is basically a lion. Okay, so West has been communication. You realize that people who stay in this area tends to communicate in a way of passing down authority. Okay, passing down authority, just like these army boys giving the command, right, which is not very good. So people who stays around here need to practice the reduced authoritative kind of tone in their speech. Okay, and with this, you will definitely improve your communication and your happiness at home. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for typing the word West, Jacqueline, Vitai, Jason, and Jared. All right, good. So these are some
Master
important.
KK.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, Master.
Yeah, just add one more thing. Further down to the west, there's this Ulu Pandan water redemption plant, right? So water at the west, like what you mentioned just now, communication will be very difficult, especially when you use authoritative kind of thing. Yeah, and then especially to the further down of the communication chain, right? So very difficult. Yeah, because this Ulu Pandan water redemption plant representing what water at the metal sectors, right? So it's a exhausting. So it means that you spend a lot of time try to communicate, but the actual message cannot reach the bottom. Yeah, this is a very important issue.
Okay, good. Well, there are many things about West sector with fulfill the water. If you can also take into consideration that if you have a maid, a helper at home, or you are a managerial role and you have people working under you, you realize that they are either incompetent or they are not very obeying. Okay, insubordination. Okay, in that way, right? So there are more information. So we welcome you to join our fan club to get more inside story about what kind of things will happen if you stay in key residences. Okay, Master, please.
Just don't worry too much. Okay. we are still here. We'll help you to settle some of the issues that we see out there, okay, and how to precisely counter it, balance it internally. Yeah. So basically, what we do is that we read your environment and trace back your so-called trend and histories. So if those happenings that happened before and it is true, then we know what to do internally. So don't worry so much if you have already purchased this property over here. There are ways to so-called remedy, ease, and settle the issue. Okay. Yep. That's
Yeah,
for me.
good. Thank you, Master. So what happened here is that we want to share with everybody this little book that we strongly encourage everybody to get hold of. And this book is the workbook. If you are thinking of purchasing a property, get hold of yourself this very important workbook. This workbook is the first in the world to create, to let, you based on Feng Shui, to let house buyer select and pick a house and understand their surrounding very easily. And this workbook will teach you how to plot what we just did, the 12, so the 8 sector. And we also teach you each sector what to look out for, what are the not so good elements or property that will affect your health, affect the luck, affect the family members. In the workbook, also very clearly stated what kind of body parts will be affected, which family members will be affected, and what kind of ill health issues will be affected if these buildings appeared inside the sector. Okay, it's a step-by-step guide to it. And for the first 20 people who purchase this workbook, basically we also get a 30 minutes house analysis, and this is done via Zoom. So we strongly suggest you get hold of this workbook. It is very useful. Clients who have purchased this workbook has already come back to us and said that we help them and give them a lot of understanding about their surrounding, which help them in a way in terms of buying properties decision. Okay, good. And for friends who would like us to help them select properties, our fee is very simple. As a flat fee of 1,888, and the first 6 people also get the workbook for free. Okay, basically we'll help you select the best property. And you must understand, staying in a good property is also important for you, because you also, for example, you don't want to send your children to the bad school. Then why are you staying in a property that's not so good for you? Okay. Good. For friends who want to purchase a property, get hold of this workbook. It's only $47. For friends who want us to help them in selecting, please also scan through the QR code, fill out the form, and then our office will be in contact with you very shortly. And friends who already purchased the book and want us to help you do the Feng Shui, just click and scan the QR code, and we'll be able to get hold of you, speak to you shortly as soon as possible. Good. Let's come back to this property. After spoken so much about this property and after hearing so many things from the masters, I want to point out one thing about this property. If you're staying in this property and you're thinking of having children, the mother's womb and uterus also may be not in the best situation. So I strongly suggest that look into this property with careful if you're thinking of planning a family. Okay, Master, anything to share before? I give away too many secrets and then not so nice really.
Yeah, I think select the right building, right blocks is very important, because it's whole stretch, right? So you need to select at this side or the other side, in the front or at the back. I think it's very, very important. Yeah, because that will actually move your center of the Taiji, okay, to a different side, and then hence the north, south, east, west is slightly different really.
Correct. To illustrate further from what Master Simas has just shared, here is the side plan. And by looking at the side plan, you realize that it is of a awkward shape. It's not of a normal shape. Hence, for anything that is not of a normal shape, which is in an odd shape, we classify it as a water element. Okay, so you can see this is a water element property. Right? It's elongated, but there is no a physical shape by itself. All right. So what Master Simas mentioned just now is that depending on which plot of stacks you're buying, the 8 sectors cardinals move along with it. Okay, so this will be a bit more technical to explain over the Zoom or over the live session like that, but definitely we'll share with you all more. If you decide to buy this property, come and speak to us. Okay, another thing I would like to highlight, which a lot of masters out there did not or fail to share with you is this. Right, this is a floor plan. Okay, basically when you buy the floor plan, buy a house, please do not just look at the front door. When looking at the front door, it's just very, very little information. All right, look at the whole floor plan. Plot the whole floor plan with 8 sectors. Each sectors will tell you very different stories. Now, this property we are showing you, this floor plan they are showing you, if you realize the southwest sector has a missing corner. Those pink colors or sector that we have highlighted in pinks are represent by saying it's missing corner or it's cavities. Meaning to say, with your untrained eyes, this property looks squarish. But with trained eyes from a master's, it will tell you that there are missing corners. And these pink colors represent missing corners, and it's not good for the mother. It's really not good for people doing business, because that means your clients are not good quality. They are not giving you referrals, and they are also bad paymasters, because the west sector is also missing. Once you are in a business and if you have a west sector missing, your west sector is very weak, communication is an issue. Also, the worst thing that can happen to business people is that you have problems collecting your debts. Okay. On the contrary, the green colors represents excellent. All right, green color represents excellent. When this green color, for example, in the northeast, it represents very good career, very good for pregnancy. Hence, again, you have to depend again on the external. What we are showing you here is not. Let me just have a disclaimer. It's not the real north for every unit in key residences. This is just an example for everybody to see. Okay, and the main door is in the southeast. If the main door is sitting on the southeast, represents very good, strong character, daughter, ability and capability is there. But ladies and gentlemen, when you're buying a house, do not just look at the front door facing. Look at the whole interior, the whole floor plan, the house. Okay, this is a very important, crucial information for everybody. Do you agree with me, Masters?
Yeah, the whole environment is really very important, because it also represents that at which year you encounter what kind of environmental effect from the universe.
Yeah. I also want
Basically-
to highlight to everybody. Yes, Master Eric, please go ahead.
Sorry, excuse me. Basically, whatever we see outside, it is synchronized with the internal. So if the outside southeast is strong, your internal southeast would be not too bad. But let's say the southwest is weak, then we know that the external environment, there are some so-called buildings or objects that will affect the southwest. So it is synchronized. Okay.
I just want to have an indication out there. How many friends that are watching now are thinking of purchasing key residences? If you are thinking of purchasing key residences, or you have purchased key residences, can you please key in the word in the group chat KI, and then we know how many people are already thinking about purchasing this property, and we can share a bit more. Because with people who are already purchased or are thinking of purchasing, then I think as working masters, like I said, we are all working masters. We're seeing Feng Shui every day. Well, not during holiday. Okay, I'm also part working, part holiday in Bangkok. So if you are, then we want to share with everyone more information. Is there anyone out there that is currently thinking of purchasing or have already purchased key residences? All right, Jason, you're not thinking of buying key residences. Okay, good. If anyone out there, just key in key residences, and if you have someone out there that's keying key residences, then we probably will share with you more. If not, then we move on and tell everybody what is the rating from the Masters. Now, Masters has some ratings, and this rating do not represent the developer. Okay, we give rating based on our understanding of Feng Shui and the surrounding. Okay, and everybody who gives a rating will actually explain why they give that rating, and we have nothing to hide. Like I said, this is a straight talk. Okay, Masters, are you all ready to give the ratings? Yes. Unfold, okay, good. Okay, so the rating is very open. This is key residences. Master Simas, you only give 2 stars out of 5. Oh my God! Please tell us why. Since you're the Ta Si Xiong, you say first. Don't laugh,
Okay.
I know you keep laughing.
Okay, out of the 8 sectors, I can see that only 40%, 40% is good, less than half. Okay, and for this 40%, but it doesn't mean that, okay, every blocks is like I just average saying that this place a majority will be encounter this. However, we can use some Feng Shui formation to help to alleviate the impact of this one. And of course, when we know that when is the impact, right? As what I mentioned, that 8 sectors also represent different type of different time, different years, and that particular year we can do something about it. No worry. But looking at the thing, okay, yeah, I leave the others for other masters to mention.
Thank you, Master Simas. Master Eric, please tell us why you give such ratings.
Hey, 2 stars is not too bad already,
You mean you've been generous already?
It's not too bad already. Well, basically, it is sitting on a nice plot of land, and that area is quite pretty. But to a layman, yeah, it is wow, fantastic. To us, we know what's going to come, what's in store. So that's why I give a 2 stars. But like Master Simas mentioned, not to worry, because if you believe it, then come check us out. We seriously can help you. But if you don't believe it, well, congratulations, you got a nice place, good area. Yeah, right. There's no we don't force or on anything. Okay, we don't force you to buy anything or believe in us at all. Just try us out. Okay, let us read your environment. Anyway, then we'll know. Then you will know. Okay, thank you.
One of the attracting point that this particular place is very attractive is because it's near Sunset Place. Sunset Way, very nice. Sunset Way is very, very famous, right? So I got this a classmate staying over there, and she's the CEO of NUH. Very nice, but you cannot compare the residents of the Sunset Way and this key residence. Totally different place. Yeah.
Okay, Master Shalin, please explain or tell us why you also give only 2 stars.
Yeah, so I think we already covered on a high level the good points and the bad points of some of the sectors. You would hear more in the fan club, but if you recall, even for a slightly better sector, which I was referring to, the Southeast factor, if you look a little bit further away, there is something else which shows that there might be some undercurrents to it. So even for the sectors which is perceived to be slightly better, it is not very strong also. Overall, I see this as a slightly weaker property. That's why I'm only giving it 2 stars. But definitely not to worry. It's a 2 star and not a 1 star or 0 star because if you already have the place, we are able to remedy it depending on which floor you get, depending on which unit, everything else. So do come to us and we will help you resolve everything. Perhaps give you a few more tips on how is it that you're able to mediate through this.
I realize that a lot of masters are holding back the information because they want to share more in a fan club. And if people who have seen our fan club's recording, you will know that we're really more open and carefree because a fan club is sort of not live. The moment it's gone live on Facebook and gone live on YouTube, everybody's kind of uptight and a bit of camera shine. Of course, Master Kuo is seasoned camera people. He's not going to be uptight and share. My Master Kuo is the one that shamelessly give 1.5 star only. Master Kuo, please explain yourself.
I give 1.5 star, right? It's because I'm not the first daughter. I'm the first son. That's why I give 1.5 star. Right? Because I'm a bit more biased because I'm the first son, right? I see the development, the east side is not so favorable. That's why I give a slightly lower score than the rest of the masters. But overall, I feel that there is a lot of things that need to be done on this development. So if you happen to really purchase it, really do come and find us. We got ways to remedy it.
You don't like Ngee Ann Polytechnic?
I used to be from SP.
rival poly. So Master Sharon and Master and myself have gone through this, and then we talk about it in depth, and I will only give 2 stars each, and this is a unanimous decision. What happened was, when I was in Vietnam few days ago, I was in Vietnam. I was talking to somebody in Vietnam, a client in Vietnam. We did mention that a lot of people, when they say about properties or Feng Shui master, they share a lot of bad things for a Feng Shui master about a Feng Shui, so that it's kind of give you the fear factor to so that you can actually engage them. No, it's not true. Okay, we also tell you what is seriously need to consider, because you're paying millions of dollars buying the property. We need to let you know something that's crucial, and if you think can deal with it, then very good. So we are also here to share with you the good things, and we're also here to share with you the remedies. Okay, and whatever we share with you has to be precise, have to be very serious, because this affect your family, your health, your career, your happiness, etc. So Master Sharon and I have a few concerns. First and foremost, one of the biggest concern is that the bow and arrow coming from the north. All right, the bow and arrow coming from the north basically affects the cash flow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, north represents the cash flow. And if you have cash flow problems, how are you going to continue affording the property? That's number one. Okay, second thing, north also represents the year 2020, which is coming 2032, also represents a second born son in the family, and it's also representing strategy and memories. All these will be affected, which is not very good. That's the reason why we don't like the north sector very much. And part of the north sector is covered by the military base as well. So again, it's affecting the cash flow. The second thing, Master Sharon and I really have felt that it is compromising for the residents staying in the key residences is the southwest. It has a big military present, and also a lot of things that is not favorable to the southwest, which represents difficulty for the mother, difficulty for the year coming 2027, 2028. Which is going to be very shortly, soon after your TOP, basically 4 years after your TOP. So these are the concerns that we have, and there's a big and bow and arrow in northwest. This is basically these three are the major cause of us giving this rating, this very low rating actually. Of course, like what Master Guo has says, the east is really terrible. Friends, next year is going to be 2023. It's going to be the year of the east, represented by the east side. It's also going to represent the first eldest boy, the first boy in the family. It's going to have quite a bad hit on these people. Okay, and if you are doing business, it's not so good for you, because you're experiencing some very bad sales as well, or your managers giving you a lot of problems. Of course, people who have purchase this property also need to take care of a few things in terms of health, and we shall review this in the fan club. I think it's enough information, correct, Masters? What do you all say?
Enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
Okay, enough. Then we want to share with everybody the ebook that you should get yourself. Key into this www.circle96.com/ebook, and you can download all the ebooks online. Okay, this is very important for you, especially friends who have mother. Now, we just mentioned so badly about the southwest sector. You really want to get hold of yourself, how to improve our mother's health. Okay, this is a book written by all the masters here, including Master Sharon, who is who's the one who basically took charge of that book. Okay, and this is also been given here. The link is at the chat. Please go and get a book. All right, Master. We also want to tell everybody that we got a new show coming up. And this new show is also talking about something about pregnancy, fertility, and this time round we're going to talk fertility for the man up. Okay. So the English word for man up is basically a slang to say that, be brave and courageous. Okay, so in difficult situation, this will be on the 7th of May, Saturday, 3:13 p.m. as well. So if you're interested, or you have friends who are experiencing some issues with their forming a family, please ask them to watch this video, or ask them to tune in to our Smashing Feng Shui Summit episode 11, and I will share very detailed information with you all. Okay,
Yeah.
so without
So
any
I think-
other...
traditionally for fertility, there has always been a lot of focus on females only. I think traditionally they always feel that fertility is only on the females, but I think with modern science, with modern technology, we realize that it really requires both the individuals to be healthy for this. So I think in our previous session, we have already talked about the female fertility. So now we are going to talk about the male side, which is equally important, if not more important or very important, the same equal importance as the female fertility.
We are not
Yes.
talking about Tongkat Ali, no worry.
Okay, thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate your time with us on this on this Saturday, and I appreciate Wendy for taking the time off to really work on a Saturday, and our Master Simas, Master Eric, Master Charlene, and Master Paul, and of course our sponsor Renault Talk and Sky Creation for seeing us through this beautiful Saturday. We definitely want to speak more about this property, and if you want to join us, please contact Wendy at 8448-7416 to sign up for the fan club. Without anything, I'd like to say bye-bye. Stay tuned to our Smashing Feng Shui and support local business. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.